YouTube. It's been a while. Let's get this party started, I guess, right? Hey, sis. Haven't said that in a while. This is Reese Omega, okay? And I am here to welcome you into a new series that I'm putting out, and it's going to be called Picking Up the Pieces. Dramatic. So, what I basically wanted to do is create a platform where I can talk about some of my mental health struggles over the past couple years. So this is going to be a good avenue, a good series for me to use to be able to get this out and kind of like tell my story, what's been going on over the past, like I would say, about 5 years. Um, so welcome to Hey Sis TV. This is Reese Omega, and you're listening and watching Picking Up the Pieces. So whoever is still here, whoever's still subscribed to the channel and watching, um, watch what I'm doing. Oh, hold on, I forgot. I got a little jazz it up. Yes, it's giving Broadway. As some of you may know me, if you're still subscribed, if you're still tuning in, you might know me from doing like um, vlogs. You might know me from doing drag race reviews. Um, Yeah, and if you know me off of YouTube, you might find me on TikTok, you might follow me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. You know, I'm just like a very chatty person. I love talking, I love expressing myself, I love getting my thoughts and opinions out there. So, if you're familiar, you know how I roll when it comes to content creation. Um just a quick recap. I About 5 years ago, yeah, but well, more than 5 years, well, almost 6 years, I went through like a weight loss transformation. I had weight loss surgery, um, which I lost over 300 pounds within the first 2 years of the surgery. What I was not expecting is how that weight loss was going to affect my mental health, and almost felt like a rebirth of myself. Almost felt like I had to reintroduce myself to myself. You know, it was intense. Um, so at the time, I was on a roll. Like I was starting to get some traction with the drag race reviews. I was starting to get some traction with like social commentary. But one of the things that really derailed me was 2020, when the George Floyd thing happened. um that really threw me off mentally, where I couldn't, like, how can I sit and focus on drag race and reviewing it when my country was in turmoil at the time. You know, I was really in a very anxious space at that time. So that's when my content started to kind of suffer. I took a back seat to it. Over the last couple years, I have been trying to be creative. I have a podcast with my best friend, Chris Trouble. It's called Virgo as Fuck. So it's like I've been trying to do other avenues to content creation, but me solo has been a struggle. Um, it's just depression, anxiety, hating my job at the time was really affecting me. Like, I had to get on antidepressants. I had to really do some self work, which I'm still in the process of doing that self work. Like, me doing this right now is a big feat for how I've been feeling the last couple years. But I finally just felt like I have to get these things out. I have to talk about what's going on in my life and what's been going on over the last couple years. So I mean, I've still been present online. I still have, you know, posts on TikTok and Instagram, and but the Hey Sis TV title and brand has really suffered. you know? So I want to bring it back, but I want to bring it back with this series called Picking Up the Pieces because I am literally picking up the pieces over the last couple of years. Like I have shed so much physically and mentally. I have transitioned into so many different things, different moods, different emotions. I'm like, I have to take all these fragments and get them back together. So that's why I'm doing this series, picking up the pieces, so I can really. It's like therapy almost. It's just discussing with you all or whoever's watching about what's going on with my mental health, basically. You know, I really feel like the true decline of my mental health started before the weight loss because my mother passed away in 2017. And I had my surgery in 2019, but 2017, when my mother passed away, I was not prepared for how a death that great to me was going to affect my mental health down the line. Because when it first happened, I kind of had to be strong for my family. I kind of had to, like, we live in a capitalistic country. So I really had to still focus on work and still, be strong for my family and still pay my bills. And life went on. So I would say for a good year and a half, I disassociated with the world. Like, and I woke up one day in 2018 and I was um, 600 pounds. And I just didn't understand how I got there. I mean, I knew I ate and I binged, I gorged, I drank a lot, I ate a lot. Like I understand how I got there physically, but I didn't recognize it. And I didn't heal from my mother passing away, so I was using food and alcohol as a way of self-medicating myself. And I woke up, I was like, I can't function. Like I can't just get up and go. I can't walk long distances. I can't fit places. I can't like I was under a lot of physical and mental strength, mental stress. Um, so I got the surgery. I applied to do the surgery that got performed, and the physical part started to realize, like the physical part started to become better. Like I could walk, I could do hikes. I could do like I could do all the things that I wanted to do. I could get on a plane. I could just enjoy life without physical restrictions. So for the first 2 years of after having my surgery, I was just enjoying the fact that I was smaller and I was having a brand new experience. And then I also had some roadblocks when it came to personal relationships. Because even though I was losing weight, I was also losing connection to people that I really loved, friendships. Um, and I tried to be in denial about it. I tried to really like ignore it, but there were signs that a really good friend, a really like my almost like a sibling, you know, our connection started to dwindle. And I'm not sure exactly what happened. Um, I can only speculate. Maybe the weight loss, me being in a new mindset, maybe that threw them off. I'm not sure. They were moving kind of weird to me as well, so I'm not sure if they were fully aware of how they were making me feel. Um, so I ended a really really long term, deep sibling like friendship with someone in 2021, and I found myself in an apartment by myself. Everything in my life at that point has changed. Weight loss, friendships, family dynamics, dreams and aspirations. I wasn't sure of what I wanted to do anymore. Did I want to do content creation? Did I still want to? I'm a singer. Do I still want to do music? do I still want to be in the arts? Do I just want to be a corporate girly and just work at, work my corporate job for the rest of my life? I was in a, a deep, I was lost, and that friendship that ended really affected me in a deep way. And I also didn't recognize how deep it was because I have the tendency to disassociate. So, of course, when that friendship ended and I went into a real deep depression, I couldn't use food anymore because I wasn't able to eat as much as I used to. So I just substituted food with alcohol again. Um, so I went into I still in this depression. I went into a depression where I drink a lot. And this is still happening. This is not anything that used to be. Like, I drink a lot to try to forget or try to numb some stuff. But that friendship really threw me for a loop. And I just found myself not knowing what I wanted to do at all. Like, I didn't know if I wanted to do music anymore. I didn't know if I wanted to do, YouTube, TikTok, content creation. I didn't know. Like, I was totally lost. And then on top of that, I hated my job. I worked customer service for a very well-known company down here in Georgia, and the pay was good, the benefits were good, the company itself wasn't a bad company. I just couldn't stand working there. Like, it was toxic. Like, the way customers treat people is ridiculous. And when COVID first hit, there was a shift in, to me, this is just me with my spirituality. There was a shift in the universe where people just lost their minds and customer service became a punching bag for some people. Customer service became a way to try to control someone when nothing else in your life is controllable. You know that you can call here and cuss this person out and they're not going to be able to do anything because they got to keep their job, you know? So I hated my job. Um, I tried my best to try to apply for other positions. I had interviews. They were overlooking me for people that only been there a couple of years. I was there for almost 10 years, So I was just lost. And I'm still struggling with depression and anxiety. I'm still taking my antidepressants and stuff like that, which it helps. It takes the edge off, I must say. But I'm still in a dark space. Um, but I'm using this to as an avenue to try to get these things out. Um, Pushing through depression is not for the faint of heart, girl. Like, depression is crazy because literally 1 second I could be hopeful, I can be looking forward to the future, and the next minute I am like, this doesn't matter. Nothing means anything. This is just dumb. We're gonna die anyway. Let's just, like, who cares? Like, it's just like, and then the anxiety that I have, like, sometimes I don't want to leave the house. Sometimes I don't want to interact with people. Um, Not because I'm antisocial, because I'm just like so in my head about everything that just the thought of being around people scares me and just keeps me in the house. So a lot of that also produces like self-doubt. I have a lot of self-doubt. Like, I really used to think that I was, like, as far as music, I used to really feel like I was a very good singer. I always loved music. I always loved writing music. I've always loved singing, you know? And depression has a thing where it starts to mess with your self esteem. And I start comparing myself to other people. I start thinking about things that really don't matter. Um, some days I feel like music is an unreachable dream because I'm 37 years old. I'm not a young whippersnapper. I can't, compete with the young guys or the young girls. Okay. Um, and I just feel like there's no point in me doing music. I'm not gonna be successful. It's so hard to get into the business. It's so hard to be respected for your art. Like, what is, like? I don't even feel like doing it. I have those days. Then I have days where I'm like, do it. Like, get get you some music, write you some songs, or get you some studio time, record. Like, it's a back and forth. When it comes to content creation, I feel like it's the same thing. I feel like it's such a oversaturated market. Everybody's trying to be a podcaster. Everybody's trying to be an influencer. Everybody's trying to be a content creator. Everybody's giving their opinions. Like, how can you stand out? And then the algorithm doesn't make it any better. Okay? The algorithm doesn't make it any better. Letting you know. But that being said, with what I want to do with this series, picking up the pieces, I just want to create a community where we can support each other, because some of those dark days that I have would feel so much brighter if I knew someone else was relating to me, or someone was going through something that I'm going through, or can relate, period, to just what I'm going through. And I have my best friend. um I have people that I do have a support system, but sometimes they don't, they got their own things too. um so I don't like to bother people with my issues too much. But I do want to create a community of people where we can discuss this. We can talk about and exchange stories about our mental health and what we're going through with dreams and aspirations. And I just feel like my goal is to just create a platform for people to express themselves. And if they're going through dark times, they can watch my series and they can relate, or they can um, comment, and we can create a discussion and a conversation about what mental health means to us at that time. So I do feel energized again to put my put it put move forward with content creation. I can't promise that I'm gonna be consistent. I can't promise that I'm not gonna have dark days. I can't promise that some of these episodes might be kind of depressing. Like, I know some people that might be still subscribed and see this. You guys might be used to me being bubbly, and you're still gonna get that, of course. I'm a natural I'm a naturally bubbly person. I love to talk and be funny and outlandish and say funny things. Like, that's still gonna be me, but I do want to just create a platform where we can talk about mental health and we can talk about our struggles. So I hope you guys enjoy this series, and please comment and share these videos, and let's build a community together. Um, don't forget to follow me on social media platforms. I'm on Instagram under my main page is Reese Omega. My Hey Sis page is Hey Sis TV on Instagram, and Hey Sis TV, or Reese Omega. You can find me either way on TikTok as well. And let's get this community started. So make sure y'all gotta like this video too. Like the video, comment on the video, and share the video. And set your alerts so when I do post stuff, you'll know it. You'll know that I'm there. Okay? So thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for some more picking up the pieces.